Hello everyone and welcome back to Car and Bike. I'm Bilal and this is the all-new Volkswagen Tayron All Space. But wait, it has a different badge at the back. So if you're unaware, the Tayron All Space, which was a 3-row, 7-seater version of the Tayron, now goes by a new name, the Tayron. Now the Tayron isn't exactly a new nameplate because it was China specific for a couple of years before it went global in 2024. But what's in the name, they say? Like how the Tayron was a portmanteau of two names, Tiger and Iguana, the Tayron is a portmanteau of two names as well, Tiger and Iron. So it should be called as Tayron and not Tayron, as some of you might call it. And like the new Tayron, which is available only in the sportier R-line trim, this too is done up in the same sportier clothing. But unlike the Tayron R-line, which is a CBU, this one is made in India. So that should keep the prices competitive when this one goes on sale. But is it good enough to be parked in your garage? Let's find out. You should know that this is a new flagship for Volkswagen in India and is almost as big as the erstwhile Touareg, sitting almost 4,792 mm in length, 1866 mm in width and 1666 mm in height, with a wheelbase of around 2789 mm, which means it is also slightly bigger than a Skoda Kodiaq. It looks more American than European thanks to these proportions. And although it wears an R badge and is done up in this gorgeous shade of blue or purple, call it what you may, this is only an R line and not a proper R. So things are more cosmetic than skin deep. You get sportier bumpers, 19-inch alloy wheels, roof-mounted spoiler and diffusers at the back. But all of it comes together to give a stance that can shame some sporty sedans, let alone a family SUV. With such an imposing exterior, how's the cabin, and more importantly, can the third row fit a well-fed adult like me? Well, as you would expect, this space is best fit for kids, because for me, I would always be fighting my occupants if it comes to sitting here in the third row. Now, more importantly, with all three rows up, the boot space is impressive at 350 liters. However, I would have preferred if the seat in the third row had better space, slightly better ergonomics, and would have compromised the boot space, because you can actually fold down the third row, but when you are sitting in the third row, the space could be better. This being a family SUV, we have to talk about the second row, and for the starters, second row, the space is decent. Now this position is with me having enough legroom to sit at the back, and I still have some space for my legroom, and headroom is decent. I'm 5.5, so even taller passengers won't mind. I particularly love how the seats are contoured for my back, and you have this folding armrest with pullable cup holders with an ingenious solution. Now usually when you place your phone over here on the move, we didn't realize that this could be tilted towards you. Such a simple solution to a problem we never thought existed. You also get a separate zone at the back, a panoramic sunroof, a sunshade and a decent place to be in. And finally, it's a very modern Volkswagen cabin up front. You get a large touchscreen in the center, and all digital drivers display fantastic ergonomics and good quality of materials used all around the cabin. Now, I am particularly a fan of the cross-stitching of the blue with the Alcantara finish on the dashboard as well as on the door pads. The seats, they are fantastic, they're supportive, they have heating, cooling, ventilation and massage function as well. Center console too is very ergonomic. Now, over the past few years, Volkswagen is making some of the brilliant cabins out there, which started with the ID lineup and it has followed through with their petrol and diesel powered cars as well. Case in point, this. Because this cabin is what purist Volkswagen owners from a decade ago would be proud of. While at the same time, this won't woo new buyers when they have fancier choices out there. But this one should age well. And since this is a flagship from Volkswagen, means it has flagship level features. While internationally the Tayron can be had with a diesel, a plug-in hybrid and a couple of petrol engines, over here in India you'll only get one powertrain choice. Now it is the E8888 2-litre TSI Evo petrol engine, which is turbocharged and it is famous for delivering the performance of a V6 while still being a 4-cylinder. It's also famous for being fuel efficient, somewhat reliable, and also sporty. Again, internationally, this engine is available in two states of tune, 200 horsepower and 260 horsepower, both in the Tiguan and this. It makes the former, because of the homologation, and around 320 Newton meter. Now, despite the added weight, the Tayron, it doesn't feel underpowered compared to the Tiguan despite having the same amount of horsepower. The way everything is set up in a typical Volkswagen fashion, it is effortless. The maneuverability is effortless. The way it is putting down the power, it's effortless. It is easy to drive. The way the suspension setup, that's effortless, and even its long distance touring capability, even that is effortless. Although there is an R line badge, it is an R line and not a full-fledged R, so it's not as sporty as you'd expect it to be. But being a family SUV, it does a good job of delivering the thrill that is required, and at the same time it is comfortable for your everyday office commutes, for your long trips with your family, and everything in between, because there's good pull from the engine no matter what speed you're doing. Even here in Jaisalmer, we were doing highway speeds or even triple digit speeds all day, and it would do it all day effortlessly. The dual clutch TSG, it goes about doing its job, and although sometimes you might feel that it is upshifting or downshifting unnecessarily, but even those upshifts and downshifts are without any unnecessary jerks attached to it. Although it is a large car, it doesn't feel like behind the wheel. It wraps around you quite easily and nicely, and more importantly, the steering, it is not exactly light, not very quick, not very sporty. I wish it had a little bit more weight to it given the sporty demeanor, but overall the steering, it feels nice and easy to be pottering around the traffic or doing a high distance touring. As for the ride quality, it is like any Euro spec car is. It feels very taut. Even on bad roads, it takes astride things with a very German finesse. But the overall driving dynamics is well suited for you if you like to give your chauffeur a leave quite often. The Tayron then is Volkswagen's take on what a family SUV should be. It's big, it's practical, looks good, and is more sensible than the Tiguan R line. Although it will carry a slight premium owing to its larger dimensions and a flagship demeanor, the Tayron still offers you space, comfort, and value for money, while also being slightly sportier to drive. The expected pricing for the Tayron when it goes on sale here in India could breach the 50 lakh rupees ex-showroom mark. Now, like any other Volkswagen car here in India, this one too isn't for everyone. Not because it has a lot of shortcomings, but it is us, the buyers, who fail to realize the true value of it. Because the buyers who would be buying this car over any other 7-seater SUV, they know what they're buying into. And it is their expression of saying, one car to it all. And that's all from me in this video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, do hit that like button and share this video with someone who's looking to buy a family SUV and they might consider the new Volkswagen Tayron. And if you have any other questions regarding this car which I didn't cover in the course of this video, do write them down in the comments, and I promise we will address them all personally. And that's all from me in this video. This is Bilal signing off. Until next time.